campground. Monday Plains, I'll give it. So there's your the caravan park. Well, g'day everybody. Today finds us at Lightning Ridge. Now, we just had a big transit day to get here, so I didn't film anything. This is day one of our probably roughly Darling River Run trip. We really don't know exactly where we're going, but we're in Lightning Ridge. We chose to stay tonight at the caravan park so that we could use the facilities and stuff before we get into the rest of it tomorrow. So I'll give you a quick look at our setup. Because using a different arrangement. There's the truck as usual. Got a new swag, 2301. We're just throwing a king sidewall up just to give us a little bit of privacy. Powered sites and unpowered sites are the same, so we've got a powered site. This Kaz having a read of the local stuff around. We're on 240, so we thought might as well plug the fridge in. So we've done that. And that's the rest of our camp. Not particularly exciting, but that's where we are. We're at the Opal Caravan Park in Lightning Ridge. And where they've set us up is right next to the grass. You're not allowed to put your pegs into the grass because apparently there's plumbing and stuff everywhere and under here, so you're not allowed. Anyway, I'm not going to do a caravan park walk around, but right next to where we are is a nice communal fire pit. One of those big chest sets, haven't seen one of those for a long time. And the camp kitchen just here. I won't go any further in this camp kitchen because I'm not doing a caravan park review, as I said, but we'll have a quick look at it. Kaz and I may or may not spend some time in here tonight, depending. Purely and simply because we are semi-roughing it, we thought we could spend some time in there. Yeah, that's how close we are. The Mendy's block's not far away either, so that's how it is. Now we're going to go down to the thermal pool a little bit later on and check that out. Just point you back towards me, guys. We'll check that out later on. Might get some footage of that. But this isn't really the start. This is an unofficial start of a trip. As I said, we're here tonight. 8-hour transit run straight from home to here. And we really get into it tomorrow. So, do a little bit of footage of the thermal pool this evening. And we'll see you tomorrow for a wander around Lightning Ridge and see what else we get up to. No plans at all. Just been in the thermal pools. Give you a quick look. It is dark, so just brilliant. Thermal pool at Lightning Ridge. If you haven't done it, do it. Well, good morning. It's day 2 or day 1, depending how you look at it. I'm going to call it day 2 because day 1 was yesterday's big transit day where we didn't film very much. Just leaving the Opal Caravan Park in Lightning Ridge. It's a great little park, fantastic facilities, and if you do need a caravan park in Lightning Ridge, I'd suggest give that one a go. So we got rained on a little bit last night. The swag and the setup worked well. We didn't get wet, so that was good. Had to wait a little while this morning for the swag to dry, but we got that done. Now it's raining a little bit again, so that's the joys of it. Anyway, we're going to duck down the information centre and have a look at what we can see around Lightning Ridge before basically heading back to Walgett. So that's our plan this morning, and we will show you what we can as we can, type of thing. Alright, we've arrived at the Lightning Ridge Tourist Info Centre. We'll go for a quick look in there. Being a nerd, I just met an amateur radio operator who's running a little radio station here. It's kind of funny. Alright, we'll go for a look inside and see what's in there. I'll turn you off for a minute and I'll show you what's in there when I get in there. Well, inside the Lightning Ridge Information Centre, usual merchandise and stuff in here. The girl behind the counter is very lovely and very useful and gives you all the info. So I just had a chat with her. Here's Kaz, and some more merchandise and stuff. So come to the Lightning Ridge Tourist Information Centre to get all the info you need. And we will probably run around and do the car door tours or something like that at some stage. And we'll see you as we go along. Right, here in Lightning Ridge they have these things called the car door tours. And they're highlighted by car doors. We're about to do the red car door tour. And it starts on Ernie Shearman Way with a red car door. That's position number 1. And at some of the spots on the car doors there's information and stuff, and others there isn't. This one's the Walgett, or Old Town. The original settlement of the Opal Fields, called Walgett, formed here below Sims Hill in the beginning of a long ridge where seam opal and nobbies nuggets of opal were first mined in 1905. So there's lots of info there about that. On my little sheet it says first stop's the plaque on the first settlement site. The hill is called Sims Hill, Opal Field. Yeah, now you got a bit of a drive around. So these are on mostly gravel roads, these things, and they don't take long to drive around. And we've got yet another rainy day, so we'll give you a look as we go along. Looks like number 2 is just going to be drive straight ahead. Number 3 is going to be turn left at door, passing private homes, don't approach the homes, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, we'll follow it up a bit and we'll show you the next attraction. Here at the Ridge Castle there's a sign pointing to lots of other castles and how far they are. It's pretty cool. Even Newcastle, 530 kilometres that way. What we got? We've got all sorts of cool things. Old cannons, cannonballs, allegedly. Here we have Stonehenge Stage 1. Got a sense of humour here, keep off the grass. The Ridge Castle, first constructed of local ironstone in the late 1970s by Berliner Carl Ahl. In 1986, Head and Shirley Council moved to the Ridge to go opal mining. For the next 38 years they expanded and refined the Ridge Castle. Since 2018 their sons Peter, or Prince Peter, and Sir Roy continued with improvements to the Ridge Castle Kingdom. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth and His Royal Highness Prince Philip Have not yet officially opened the Ridge Castle due to prior royal engagements. That's funny. Wishy wells, thrones. That's the structure, looks pretty cool. Don't know if this guy's got an official name, but he looks ironclad to me. And of course it's raining. Why wouldn't it? They do the wrong thing here. They'll put you in stocks. So it's pretty good. It's an Airbnb too, so you can actually stay here. And over here, I think you're about to see Queen Kaz. There you go. Queen Kaz. Don't get that every day. So, that's a very quick look
keep off the grass.
at the Ridge Castle. I'm not on the grass, that's the grass there. So, we drove past it, weirdly enough, spotting this Ridge Castle. But there's a house made of bottles just over here, so we're going to have a look at that. Okay, a lot of stuff is closed these days because we're still at the tail end of COVID stuff, but this house is made out of bottles. So I'd much rather you didn't go in these days. Pretty sure I went in here last time I was in Lightning Ridge. But yeah, it's literally bottles and bottles cemented in. So unfortunately we can't show you much more in there at the moment, but it's pretty cool. And back over at the Ridge Castle, Karen found a clock in a tower that looks like it's made out of bottles, which I'm pretty sure she's taken a photo of. So I'll have probably put that in already. Anyway, we're going to go back to the truck and continue the Red Door tour. And of course it's raining.
Okay, no drive-through KFC. I don't believe it's even open.
I don't think so. It's the only drive-through in Lightning Ridge.
That's right, it is too.
If you're in the area, guys, come do these tours for yourself. They're quite funny.
They're great. Quirky.
Just funny little things to check out.
They're easily displayed too. They do say car door tour, and that's literally what you're looking out for, is the car doors.
You're all numbered. Right, I'm not sure if you can see behind me, but this is just before you go into Lightning Ridge, like a little monument thing, info thing. Not sure. I'll give you a look at it. There's the car and the sign. So Lightning Ridge, the Black Opal Country. Welcome. All that kind of stuff. This cement mixer, oh geez, you can't even read that. Barrel of Dreams was officially opened in 2005. Stephen McLean. So obviously that particular cement mixer has some kind of significance. So that's all part of it. But anyway, we're leaving our Lightning Ridge excursion at this point. Sorry about that. Low budget production, as Ryan Ingleton would say. And we're going to head down to Walgett and Brewarrina. Now, we could have done a lot more stuff in Lightning Ridge. And if you've got the time, come and stay for a few days and have a look around. Do the car door tours. Go and have a look at some of the attractions. We have looked at some of the attractions previously. That's why we're sort of leaving fairly early today. And we're going to now continue on our way down to Walgett and Brewarrina today and see how we go from there. So there won't be a lot more to show you for a little while, but come with us anyway. We'll see what we find. See you down the road. Things you see at Lightning Ridge. How do I get there? Stickers all over the shop. Still raining. In Walgett. We'll have a look around in town and see what we can see. We're in Walgett, and one of Walgett's most famous residents is a country singer that used to live around here in the 1950s and a bit after. He's buried in the local cemetery here. His name is Jimmy Little. And to commemorate him, they've painted him on the water tier here. I'll give you a look at it. And he's also buried in the local cemetery. So I'll give you a squiz at this bit of silo art, which is actually on the water tower. But it's come in and it's become part of the Australian silo art stuff. So there he is. Jimmy Little. I'm fairly confident he's Indigenous. So, love a bit of silo art. But I can tell you, I'm not loving this rain. What is it about our camping trips? Kara and I go out and it rains. It's always raining. Anyway, I'll see what else I can find around Walgett. Not sure what else there is to find around Walgett, but whatever there is, we'll find it and we'll try to stay dry doing it. See ya! Wandering around Walgett, we found the artesian baths. I'm not going to go in there. We did the artesian baths at Lightning Ridge last night, which was nice. It's right next to the aquatic centre in Walgett, so if you've ever wondered. I'll give you a little bit of a look in here. Old Boar Baths. All the information on it. The original Walgett Boar Baths were located in Dewhurst Street and officially opened on the 8th of December 1933. There's a lot more, but let's go with that. So these are the baths now by the look of it, through the gate. And there's also an old cart down here, so we're going to have a look at this. Not a lot of other stuff to see around Walgett from what I can see. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, guys. It's the whole point of being in Walgett for me is basically the start of the Darling River Run. That's a big cart, isn't it? You'd imagine that was hauled by bullocks or something. Wouldn't think that was a horse-drawn one. Maybe it was. It's a big looking thing. Here it is, tabletop wagon. The team, such heavy loads required large teams of draft animals, especially on muddy roads. 4 or more horses, okay, what's horses, were needed just to move the vehicle around when it was empty. And fully loaded, up to 40 bullocks or 30 horses could be yoked in pairs to the front. Drivers did not sit on their wagon loads, but led the way on horseback or by walking. Wow, that's a big thing. So, what does it say? A wagon could carry up to 150 bales, stacked 6 metres high and weighing up to 15 to 18 tonnes. It's used for hauling wheat and wool. Wow. No wonder you need 30 horses or 40 bullocks. Pretty impressive bit of gear. Of course, I went around the wrong way. This is the original info on it. Look at that. Wow. Alright. We're going to go and find, there's a sculpture in this town. We're going to go and find that. Probably going to have some lunch. Probably there, I'd say. Or close to it. So we'll show you that when we get there. But yeah, in the meantime, we'll just drive around and check it out. Walgett, New South Wales. Okay, we've come out of Walgett and we found this rest area by pure coincidence. We're looking for that sculpture, which we may not find at this rate. And we just had some lunch because we found this rest area anyway. Now, by pure coincidence, this rest area has got all the info about the Darling River Run. So, and it looks like the location for where the port used to be. So very quickly, the Darling River system covers over 1 million square kilometres, 14% of Australia, flowing south from the Colgar and Barwon River junction from its source in Queensland to its mouth southeast of Adelaide. It is 3,370 kilometres long. The river was an integral part of the lives of many Aboriginal people who lived along it and its communities to hold a great significance to Aboriginal people today. So, yeah, around Walgett there was wool, looked like wool was the main thing. Yeah, anyway, we just came across this by pure coincidence. So we had 4 k's out of town. It's got these trees that have been cut and caged because you don't want them to run away. So I don't know what the significance is. There's no actual signs to tell you what the story is, why they're there. And we just had lunch here, as I said, so that's our plates on the table there. But this certainly looks like the kind of area that might have been involved in the ports. Sorry about that, you're just falling down. Paddy melons. Don't ever eat paddy melons, people, if you can come across them. But you can walk down quite comfortably here. This looks a bit artificial to me, modified by man, maybe a long time ago. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. But this is the Barwon River. Oh God, this is boggy. Pretty sure this area's been in flood in recent times. In fact, I'm fairly confident it has been. I will get the mud off my boots when I get back up to the car. Anyway, first world problems. Here we are at the banks of the Barwon. It's still fairly up there, as you can see. Flowing reasonably well. So it should make for some good amount of water down in the Darling. But yeah, complete coincidence, or arse, or whatever you want to call it, for us to find this rest area. Holy crap, that's boggy. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm going to be cleaning my boots before I get back in the car. But walk on this grass stuff too. But yeah, it's not bad. So I won't turn you back to look at me because the sun's behind me. So realistically, this trip, even though it started yesterday and we started in Lightning Ridge, is meant to be a version of the Darling River Run. Yeah, there's probably a gazillion different versions of the Darling River Run. Some of them include farm stays, some of them don't. We stayed at the caravan park last night, as you would have seen by now, and we're looking for a free camp tonight around Brewarrina. Fairly confident I'm going to give up looking for the sculpture I thought was in Walgett. Might not be, and if it is, I don't know where. So that's how it is. Anyway, that's what we're up to. Now I'm out of the sun. Not going to whinge about the sun, because let's face it, we like the sun. Now that I'm out of the sun and in the shade and look crappy on the screen for you, we're going to continue on, find our way down to Brewarrina and see what there is to see down there, and probably camp down there tonight. Well, not probably, pretty well definitely. Alright, we'll see you in a while. Righto guys, we found him. There he is. At the front of Fairland's property. You used to have a boat. And of all the pictures you see in any information on the net show a boat there. They've obviously changed it. Now he's got a bale of wool. So it's not really Fairland's boat anymore. I'll put some stills up that I can find on the net too, to show him when he had the boat. But now he's got a bale of wool. Anyway, we found him. Now if you're wondering where he is, he's on the Castle Ray Highway. I suppose you'd call it south of Walgett. So he's not on the road to Brewarrina. So the other way towards Gilgandra. So there he is. We found him. I wasn't leaving Walgett without him. I knew he was here. We just had to work out where. So now I'm happy. Now it's time to head for Brewarrina. Made it to Brewarrina. Now we decided not to go into town today, we'll have a look at it tomorrow. So we found a campground. This one is 4 Mile Campground. As the name suggests, it's about that far to Brewarrina, but it's probably 9 k's. On this sign, we're here, the town's there. So yeah, we made it, so we'll have a look around Brewarrina tomorrow. So now the car's got a bit of mud on it. The reason it's got a bit of mud on it is I thought I'll drive down and take a photo of it in front of the Brewarrina sign. And it probably sunk. So I had to give it a little bit of help to get out. Anyway, that's how it is. Now this is our camp set up. I didn't show you much about it. I didn't show you much about setting it up. But this is how we are now. I may have showed you a little bit about it. 23.0 swag. Now at the present I haven't tied it down because I may move it in towards the door of the truck later on when we go to bed. So at the moment all you can do is pick up the stretcher and go in there. That'll just help keep you out of rain a bit. So that's pretty well all there is to tell you for our excursions today. I'll give you a quick look at this river. It's beautiful. It's also very high. The very first campground we looked at in Brewarrina is at a place called the Brewarrina boat ramp. And it was quite boggy. So we decided to bail on that. We weren't going to even try to set anything up. So we came here. There's a couple of rest areas out of town. One of them was very boggy, and the other one's just like where trucks pull up. Now, these areas are still suffering from after the rain events. So keeping you without getting sun glare. That's the table and chairs that you'd normally be able to sit at. And that's a signpost telling you about the Aboriginal fisheries. Well, you can't do any of that. And that is the boat ramp. And even where I'm standing, it's just starting to get a little bit boggy underfoot, so we won't do that. Anyhow, so I'm going to make some dinner shortly. And Kaz and I are just going to have an evening camped here, so pretty well I'll see you tomorrow. There's really not much I can show you today. Hey guys, we'll see you then. Well, that's it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please put a like on it, helps the channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing. And to the old hands, thanks as always for taking the time out of your day to watch one of my clips. Hope you can join us next week to see some more of the Darling River Run. Just get out there, enjoy the bush, and we'll catch you later. Cheers, guys.